Now, hello. Oh, Edgar. Okay, so on the phone, let me put here where you need to call in. It's because you called in here. Let me see. Okay. Let me put if you're on the phone, use these. Okay, so if you're on the phone, you will have to utilize the passcode and get through your audio through that way. All right. Just so that everybody does know, that little square, that red square is our cheat sheet. So take a screenshot of that because if anything happens, hello, Anna, if anything happens at all, what then that means that, the internet gets wonky, we get kicked off. Hello, Monette. Anything like that happens, this is your backup plan that you have a way to get back in the meeting by phone or by your desktop. Okay. All right. Check your settings. Perfect. Brandy, you're awesome. Look at that. Brandy is helping out in the chat. I appreciate everybody who does that. That way, everybody can get a good learning experience. All right, let's go ahead and as we get started, find that chat box, take a screenshot of the red box before I leave it. And I am then going to go ahead and let's see, give a shout out real quick. Hold on. Want to give a shout out to our wonderful Google. Oh, sorry, I hit stop share when I was supposed to do something else. Hold on just a second. I did something. There we go. I fixed it. There's also operator error, but we'll try to stay away from that. I do want to say thank you to our wonderful Google partners who make this happen. So I will give you a copy of these slides and I'll show you in just a minute how to get those. Hello, Anna. Hello, Russell. And what you'll need to do right now, though, is take a look at this list if you need to screenshot it before you get a copy of, let me see. Okay, let's see, make sure you're seeing the right thing there because it skinned me a little warning. There we go. I see it now. Just making sure that you see that. But take a screenshot because if you have any questions afterwards, this is who you need to reach out to. They are local to you. They are vested in your success and they truly do want to help you. They have the boots on the ground to do that. So let me give them shout outs real quick. That's Score Austin, University of Houston, Victoria, SBDC, my old stomping grounds, UT Rio Grande Valley, SBDC, Transition Skills Training, taking care of all of our military families and veterans, Del Mar SBDC, out in Corpus Christi, Texas State SBDC, the DEC, Sul Ross State University, Rio Grande College SBDC, Texas Tech out in Lubbock, Northwest Texas Business Resource Center, El Paso Community College SBDC, Texas A&M International University SBDC, America's SBDC at MSU, Centro San Antonio, and Baker Ripley. So I want to give a shout out because you may be in one of their local areas. And if you're not, look for SBDCs and SBAs and even scores in your local area because they can be of help to you. Hello, Russell. Hello, Arnesia. I see you. All right, let's go ahead and dive in because we're already 7 minutes past. Absolutely, Iris. We're going to go ahead and do that. Do understand you will also get a copy of this recording after it happens. Now, it's usually tomorrow when you'll get it, but if you want it faster, I have a way for you to do that to know as soon as I upload it. So I do want to give some ground rules here, though, as far as getting a copy. I will not make a copy of the Q&A. So I will stop the recording for the Q&A. That's to preserve your privacy, and it's really for the people that are in the room, okay? So the recording will stop. The Q&A section will not be there. But as you guys know, if it's pertinent to what we're talking about and it's quick, I'll answer it as we go to make sure you can apply what you're learning. All right? So let's go ahead and dive in. Thank you to our wonderful Google partners. Again, they're right in front of you that can assist you. And to get a copy of today's slides, this is where you need to go to bit.ly/Maria Coaches. Go to bit.ly/Maria Coaches or use that QR code there handy. It takes you right there. You will see a copy of today's slides, a handout actually for today's session that will be helpful to you. And you'll also see another PDF in there that is a link to if you want the webinar replay as soon as it's uploaded in the next hour. You can get that. And if not, everybody that did attend today's event will get a copy of the replay tomorrow morning at the latest. Okay. All right. So that's how you can get that. Everybody found the chat box. Everybody took a quick screenshot of the red box because that's our backup plan. Let's go ahead and dive in, everybody. Today we are talking about how you can reach customers online. And this is important for you to know because we know most people are online. In fact, 96%, let me say that again, 96% of people will go online first before they do anything, even people who are local. So even if they're used to shopping Main Street America, they will look to go online to see who has it in stock, to see if you have any special hours of operation or anything that they need to know about where to find you to your location, or even to do business with you locally, to meet up with you at a chamber or a coffee house, however it is that you do business. They will look online first. It's where we go when we want to know, go, do, or buy. So front and center, you'll see that blue URL. Anything that you need to know as a small business, all your resources are right at that link. If you are learning something new and you want to share it with the group, you want to share it with the world and tweet and post it out, feel free to using the hashtag Grow with Google. And if you tag me, and you'll see my handles for my socials. The first one is X or Twitter at Maria Duron, or on Instagram, I'm at getfound.growth. If you will tag me, I will share you in all of my tweets and retweets and stories. So feel free to do that and get a little bit more visibility and extra love, right? Okay. So let's go ahead and dive in and talk about how we can reach customers online. And make sure you find that chat box for everybody who's coming in. How many of you this is your first time to be here in a session with me? Let me know in the chat box if this is your first time. There are many of you that I see here that I've seen you before. Welcome, welcome, first timers. I'm excited that you're here. I hope I'm able to teach to you in a way that it's easy to understand, like friend speaking to friend and non-techie, so you can apply what you learned. There is a myth out there that knowledge is power, and it is not. Knowledge is not powerful until it is applied. And everything we're doing today is not just about good entertainment or edutainment. It is about applying to help you grow your business. So welcome, first timers. We've got a lot of first timers here. Google partners, thank you so much for continuing to introduce me to your community and making sure that your community of small businesses have these resources available to them. This is who I am. Now, how many of us, when we want to find something, go here first, right? I mean, it is the number one search engine in the world. 94% of us go here first, and we usually go on a mobile device. 84% of us go to mobile first when we want to look. That's where we go, and we go to Google. Even though TikTok search is big, I will tell you about 53% of Gen Z, or Gen X, sorry, Gen Z, 54%, 53, sorry, 53%, getting my numbers mixed up there. 53% of Gen Z goes to TikTok first to search, and then they confirm in Google. So this is important to know because Google search is still very important. And understand, not only do they go to Google, but they go to YouTube. So Google is the number one search engine in the world. But number two is YouTube, and both are owned by Google, right? And YouTube Shorts are big. In fact, when I do the training on how to grow and really make your business profitable through YouTube, I explain that TikTok, right? TikTok brought video on strong in 2020, short form video. TikTok gets 1 billion views a day, 1 billion views. But YouTube Shorts, that's just shorts. There's a lot of long form video, right? All of us have gone to YouTube sometime when we wanted to figure out how to fix something, or find, how to find this piece, or where we can open this on this device, or how to download the software. We've all gone to do some how to and look through that in YouTube. But just YouTube Shorts get 50 billion views a day. So 1 billion, 1 billion in TikTok, 50 billion just in YouTube Shorts and YouTube daily. That's daily. So does it make sense to be in both places? Absolutely. Not everybody's on TikTok, but people are going to Google and to YouTube when they want something. So can you reach your customers online there? Because we see the stats here. It's important for us to know, yes, local search is growing. We saw all that. Everybody changed what they were doing in 2020 and how they bought and how they searched. And as we see that happen, we see that even when we're looking what's nearby us. So today we're going to talk about how Google search works, because while you may think it works, You may know some of it, but how are you optimizing this? Because optimizing means you're doing everything you can to use the 100% free tools that you have available to you through a free personal Gmail or Google account to be as visible as possible. Now, do know that everything, every single thing that I'm talking about today is 100% free. You will see me for a very short snippet there, almost that second to last bullet, talk about online advertising, and I will touch that. But there are free functions within Google Ads you can use without paying for or even putting your credit card into Google Ads. So you'll find that I'm a bootstrap marketer, and everything that I talk about is free or small fee. I came actually from growing my business, so grassroots is where I came from. 18 plus years. I've earned the Texas Governor's Excellence in Small Business Award. About 6.5 years ago, the Google team approached me to do trainings for them and speak on their behalf because I know what it's like to juggle butcher and baker and candlestick maker in a business and still be chief marketer, chief data analyst. So I understand what it means to serve your customers as well as still making sure you're visible. And we'll talk about how you can apply what you learned today. We'll also talk about how you can reach customers with SEO, search engine optimization. Again, talking about those free tools. And then create your business profile. How many of you have a Google business profile? Let me know that. Iris, the recording will not be indefinite. It will be available for 10 days. So you'll have 10 days access to it after today's event. And then after that, it will no longer be available. Perfect. I see Tiani has a profile. Perfect. For those of you, yes, a Google business profile. It used to be known as GMB, Google My Business, or Google Listing, some people call it. So you may know it by that name. If you have one, perfect. All right, I see there's a little bit of a mix here. For those of you that do have one, I have a question for you. When was the last time you posted on your Google business profile? Knowing that 94% of traffic is there. Okay, so when people want to search, how many of you have posted to there? Because posting is how you can optimize that. Posted earlier today, this week. Look at that. Yes, 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 yes. Post, because people are looking there constantly for information. And I encourage you to post whatever you post on socials. Take away the TikTok logo, of course. You can't put the logos up there, just like you would if you repurposed a TikTok reel, an Instagram reel, or reels or stories. But understand that not everybody that's on the socials are going into search. And when you want to get everybody where they're at, there's a saying out there which is fish where the fish are, and I'm a big fan of that. It takes a tremendous amount of time, energy, and money to get people to look over here when they're all over here. It's better if you can meet them here and they're in search. So let's talk about that, okay? And everything that I'm talking about today is free. Perfect. I see people dropping their links to their profile. I can't wait to take a look at that after the meeting. So thank you. We'll talk about how you can amplify. Remember what I said. I always like to talk about free or small fee. So I'll also recap with resources that are free and helpful to you. So how does Google search work? Let's dive in. Of course, you can use the search bar or the address bar or the URL bar, which is at the very top. Either way will get you there. You can start a search, so you're probably very familiar with this. When you see it on a desktop or laptop, this is what it looks like. It may have photos at the very top. Understand, photos at the very top are Google Shopping ads. That's a paid position. The next position, which is text ads, which you see as the first green rectangle there on the left-hand side of your screen, that is also a paid position. So that's what you get paid for in Google Ads. You're paying to be seen there, and you're paying by click, not by impression, but by click. So there's a difference. Impression is when somebody just sees something. Click is when they actually click on it. So there's a true intention, and that's when you pay. Now there are 10 organic search results. Really, there's more now, because you'll see that pages are gone from search, especially if you're looking on a phone, which most of us do. If you're scrolling, it just goes on and on, but you want to show up in the first 10 searches because it truly positions you as an expert at what you do. And we don't want to do business with people who are kind of good at what they do, or maybe they were good back in the day. We want to talk to people who are really good at what they do right now, no matter what our budget is, right? You'll see also there on the right hand side that Google business profile hanging out there with so much good visual real estate, all 100% for free. Okay? So as we look through here, behind the scenes, when you type something in, Googlebot goes out there and it looks for things. If you remember back in the day, and I'm going to definitely date myself, if you remember back in the day when we'd go to the library, we'd go through the card catalog, right? And we'd go, or maybe the computer, to search something out, and you would get something that is cataloged by the Dewey Decimal System. Then we'd go out to the stacks and pull it. Well, Google's not the World Wide Web, but it is the biggest library of the World Wide Web. So the myth is that Google is the web. It is not. It's the biggest library. And my question to you is, have you entered your site, your information in the library, or are you just hoping that Googlebot's going to find you? Because Googlebot is amazing. It'll go out and find, but understand it could take 90 days for Googlebot to find you. 90 days, okay? That's a lot. And I don't know about you, but when I got into small business, cash flow is king. I had to make cash right away. I didn't have 90 days to wait to be visible online. I had to be visible right away in front of my target audience because that much was hanging on that blood, sweat, and tears and a prayer, right? Was hanging on all of that. So understanding that you can for free enter your book. So if you consider all of your web presence, your website, everywhere that you're online, your book, you can enter that into the library so that Google sees you instantly from day one, from hour one. It can see you because somebody is searching for your book and actually the last paragraph and the last sentence of that paragraph. And if Googlebot can't find you for 90 days, they will go to somebody else because there's a lot of competition out there. So let's talk about search engine optimization. Perfect. I see some wonderful Google profiles being dropped there. Welcome to everybody who just got in. We're talking about reach customers online. Find that chat box, okay? So organic search results, we see what they look like. You heard me talk about that already. What is SEO? It's search engine optimization. What that means is it's making sure that the search engine can see you. Well, number one is make sure you enter your book, your web presence, your website in Google's library. That's number one, basic. If you're not in the library, how can it find you until it finally gets to you? I'm not ever in the mood of being at the end of the line. I like to be able to get right there, especially when it comes to growing and building a business, because bills keep coming, right? So we want to make it as profitable as possible. But everything that I'm talking about today is free. So you can utilize Google Search Console, which is the door to the library, for free. Look there at the very corner. I'm going to bring it front and center so it's not too small for you to see, but look at the left corner. There is a good SEO starter guide that's helpful to you. It gives you so much rich information, and it is free. Now, getting good search engine optimization means that the search engine feels confident in you. It needs to feel confident in you in order to give you and show you in good search results, which means you have to have good, helpful content to the person that needs to use it, not to the search engine. We don't want the search engine to just feel good. It has no feelings. We want people to have a good user experience. It used to be back in the day when we would do things with SEO, then you would put keywords in there. So you really wanted people to see it and you would stuff that in there and the search engine would find you. And then for the rest of us reading, it may look like gibberish, but we understood, hey, this is how you got to the top of the search or front of the line. But no longer is that the case. Google looks at user experience first and foremost. In fact, just this week, the helpful content update got another update. So a lot of people, you may have heard them talking about, I just can't show up in search. It may be that they don't have all the helpful content that people who need their product, service, or solution are going to look for and need to find on Google. So the search engine doesn't feel confident that it's good information and helpful content. You also see we've got page titles and descriptions. This is important because they really weigh heavy on the algorithm. Google's algorithm is what determines where you show up in search, and page titles and descriptions need to be matching what people are looking for. That is the first part of Google's search pillar, is relevancy. How relevant are you to the person who's searching you? How well do you match? So if I am a pediatric dentist, okay, and I keep saying, hey, this is our pediatric dentistry, I put it all over our website, on socials, I say, if you need a pediatric dentist, if you need orthodontic work, all of us at the clinic can help you. We have specialists in each. And somebody is searching for, hey, how can I straighten my 11-year-old's teeth? We're not matching. Pediatric orthodontist or pediatric dentist doesn't match with, hey, do you know somebody who can help me straighten my son's teeth, my 12-year-old's teeth? Do you know somebody who uses invisible braces? Do you know somebody who aligns with that? If you don't have that in all your information, you're not relevant. The search engine doesn't see a match. So it's very important, and it's on us to be experts on our customers. We need to know them backwards and forwards and understand their journey, what they need to make decisions, and also the pitfalls that they could run into and the questions that they'll have. And then it's important to be organized. A lot of people use the homepage of their site as where they'll just put everything out there, hoping upon hope that people will see it and figure out what it is they need. It becomes our virtual junk drawer just to make sure that people see you. And if it's disorganized, that is the number one reason people will leave a website, because they can't find what they're looking for. It's disorganized. So we don't want to be that. We don't want to be the hot mess that they find when they're looking for information. Now, the first part of that pillar, remember what I said about content and being relevant, how important that is and how heavy that weighs onto Google's algorithm on where you show in search. Well, one part of that is understanding the words that your customers are using. How do you know what they are? Look at your reviews. In their own reviews, in their own statements, and in their own words, they are telling you what matters most to them. Use their words. You might think it's amazing that you have 20 years experience doing that, but all they care about is that you answer your phone. So everywhere in the review, they say they answer their phone. They talk to me like a friend. They're always available. Lean into that, because that's what they're searching for. I'm looking for the pediatric orthodontist. I'm looking for somebody who can straighten my 13-year-old's teeth, who's always available to ask questions because I don't want my child to have pain. Those are the words they're using. If you don't have your own reviews to look, it's time to do competitive research. Go look at your competitors' reviews, because in their own words, they're telling you why they do business with your competitor. And wherever there are negative reviews, that may be under your competitors' reviews. That may be signals to places where you could excel and provide that. It could be a sweet spot for you, okay? One of the other places you can look is Google Trends. This is 100% for free. You'll find that at g.co/trends. You see that at the bottom left-hand corner, that URL, if you want to snap that photo. But remember, if you want a copy of today's slides as well as the handout, I'm going to drop the link on how to get that if you missed that right there. And you'll get the recording tomorrow, or you will get the recording of this earlier if you want to go ahead and put your email in to get it earlier. So as soon as I upload it today. Do understand I do turn off the actual recording when I do the Q&A at the end, just because I want to preserve everybody's privacy. But you can ask questions in the chat, and as long as it's short, I'll answer it as we go. So Google Trends, how many of you have used Google Trends? Let me know in the chat box if you've ever used this, because it's great to see what people are searching for. This is 100% for free. You do not have to pay for this, and you don't even have to have a Google account to use it. Just go to g.co/trends, g.co/trends. And if you go there, you can find out what people are searching for right now within the last hour, right? Not only that, you can find other products and services that are around your product and service that people might be talking about. Remember what I said about fishing where the fish are. If people are one place, it's better if we can meet them there. If they're all talking about dog leashes and you're a veterinarian, maybe you need to be there and talk about, oh, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and post and tweet about, and even do a blog or a video about on TikTok that, you know what, people are looking at leashes. Here's the one that'll make sure your little puppers doesn't get choked. It could be seasonal trends that you're looking at to really learn your business. It could be you're trying to figure out what words they are using and you're going past what you can see in actual comments. Perhaps it's for content freshness to make sure that you match, or to monitor your competitors. How did they get to you? Right? How did they find you? Maybe, and how do they find your competitors? Because maybe you can get some of those eyeballs there. All right. Google Trends, what's trending on Google Trends, especially in YouTube Shorts, because that might be relevant to what's happening in TikTok or in Instagram Reels. And then if you're new in business and you just want to know what things are and how shopping trends are around your industry since the beginning of time, which is 2004, because that's when Google was born, right? So if you want to look since 2004, you can do that too. Okay. I will show you in just a moment how you can get to this. Let me go really here to, let me switch displays. I'm going to make this a lot bigger. All right, let me throw this up here. All right, we're going to do a quick switch. Hopefully audio stays with us. Ooh, let's try that again. You're getting psychedelic. Let's go to that. Just to shake you up a little bit this morning. All right, we're going to go to g.co/trends. Oh, somebody tell me your business. I saw somebody's business up here. Sorry, I have to scroll. Jewelry store. All right. How many are talking about jewelry right now? For the person in the jewelry store, where are you located at? All right, we know just in this day how many people are searching for it. They're actually in Hawaii. So if I'm doing any ads or any posting that I'm geo-targeting, I'm going to send it all to Hawaii, especially if I've got e-commerce going, because they're talking about it. They're talking about types of gold jewelry. Look at this. You can see 500% increase in people searching for types of gold jewelry. They're looking for something, okay? If you carry Meredith Marks jewelry, they're looking for that too. And you can even explore this a little bit further by clicking explore and go deeper into exactly what they're searching for. But this is just the last day. Maybe I don't want to know the past day because I'm getting ready to post. So I'm going to look at the past 4 hours. What are they searching for in the past 4 hours? Well, it's Rhode Island. Let's talk about the East Coast. What's happening? They're talking about jewelry. Oh, pawn shop, Western jewelry. Okay, it's starting to maybe, something launch. Yellowstone come out. Maybe it's time to think about Western jewelry. Jewelry doctor who can fix my jewelry. So if you fix jewelry, now you can start working through this. West Texas, where, Carmen? Because I'm in Midland, Odessa, Texas. I am right here in this West Texas area, but I know there's also West, 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 which is El Paso too. Seminole. I know. I go to Seminole all the time. I love. Oh, there's a couple of really good restaurants I love there. But yes, Seminole. So yes, absolutely. So you can start looking at this. You can even say, you're in Seminole. Now, I will tell you, jewelry. If I start limiting it by, let's say, Seminole, so I don't want to look at the entire United States. I want to look at Seminole. I might need to expand it out. So I'm going to look at. Let me go to Texas first. Texas first. Since I'm gone the past 4 hours, let me go by Seminole. Let me see if it picks up Seminole. Not picking up not Seminole. Let me see if it picks up Andrews. Not Andrews either. I'm going to have to go either Lubbock or I'm going to go to Midland. Oh, what did I say? Midland, Texas. It might be that I didn't put Seminole, Texas. Let me try it. No, it's not letting me get that granular yet. It doesn't mean that you can't find your location. It's just what has to happen then. I need to look longer than the past 4 hours. Maybe I need to look at the past 12 months and start looking then. Okay, let me see. Texas, got that. I'm already there. No, I could also be messing up Seminole. Am I spelling it? Might not be spelling it correctly too. I might even have to go further. Okay, if online searches are smaller, you might have to go out on your period of time too. All right, let's see. I see one other person. So let's say, what's a company that is a for the one who said jewelry? What is a company that is a competitor of yours? And I'm going to look again in the past day. Zales. All right. Now you can see, compared to jewelry, where Zales is. It's the red graph. And you can look and see what words people are finding Zales with. Okay, they're really shopping in Abilene and Sweetwater as well. They're really searching for that right now because I just fixed it to past day. So you can start looking and you can say they're talking about with Zales, Tiffany and Company. So if you're looking for Tiffany and Company, but with service that is just so customer friendly, so spectacular, you can be seen if you add that into your content. And again, this will help you answer the question, what do I post? What do I talk about today? Okay. I hope that helps you and it's something practical you can use because it's 100% free to use. All right, so this is how you can use that. Google Trends is amazing. You also need, for search engine optimization to be seen, remember, we want to give confidence to the search engine, is to load fast. If your site, let me be really serious about this because this is no joke, people do not wait, they're not patient. If your site does not load on a mobile in 1.8 seconds or less, then people are going down the road scrolling to see somebody else. 1.8 seconds is all the grace that they'll give you for your actual device or for your actual site to load on their device. This is really important. If you are, or I'm sorry, 1.2 seconds. Let everybody make it even slimmer. 1.2 seconds for your site to load. If you have an e-commerce site, so you have 100, 1,000 products in there, they'll give you a little bit of grace with 1.8 seconds. But if not, it's got to be 1.2 seconds. That's how much patience everybody has. So it's important that you load quickly there. Your site loads quickly, that it's available on all browsers and devices. Now, it doesn't matter what you do. If you do not have a site that's secure, so it needs to have HTTPS, so there needs to be an S at the actual URL, the address, before you get into your website domain name, HTTPS. If it doesn't have the S, and it's not mobile responsive or mobile friendly, which means that if I look at your site, I should not have to pinch and zoom to read it or swipe side to side to finish a sentence. If I need to do that, it's not mobile friendly or mobile responsive. If it's missing security or mobile friendliness, mobile responsive, there is nothing in the world that you can do, no amount you can pay, no amount of best practices you can do to show up at the top of Google search. You are so heavily penalized because it's not secure and it's not mobile friendly that you are not going to show up high in search. So that's the first order of business before you pay for anything else or do anything else and wasting your time. It does need to look good on all browsers, so that's also important. What I'm providing you here is a mobile friendly test so you'll know how quickly or how slowly your site loads and how long it takes. All right. So yes, Mari, I'm going to send a recording out now in this URL. Let me send the URL out again to everybody, because she was asking if she can get a recording. You'll see the handout is there, the slides that I'm using today. There's another sheet there if you want to get the recording as soon as I upload it this afternoon. If not, we'll send it to you later tonight or tomorrow morning. All right, so I'll share with you a resource. That third column is a resource where I will share with you how you can test your site speed, and it will also let you know for free what that speed is. It's right here, as well as what's slowing it down, what you need to fix. So you don't have to be a web developer or web designer to figure it out. It'll let you know everything that you need to look at. Maybe it's that picture that's too big. Maybe you have a Shopify site or a WooCommerce site, and perhaps you have a theme on there that takes 3.8 seconds to load, because there are some sites that are already pre-made, Squarespace, WordPress, Wix, that are already pre-made where the theme alone, so that's the photos, the layout and everything, are too big, and so it takes 3.8 seconds for that to load. Remember what I said, 1.2 seconds for any old site to load on a device. That's important. 1.8 for an e-commerce site. That's all you get, and you'll see the tests can be found there at g.co/mobile friendly. Now, Google Search Console, remember what I said about the door to the library? This is it. The door to the library is g.co/search console. This is where you can make sure that your absolute site is in Google's library. When people are searching and they want to know, go, do, or buy, are you in there? Or you are just hoping that Googlebot will find you? And while hope is wonderful to have, it truly is a poor business strategy. So let's make sure that the search engine is confident in us and can see us. So if you go to google.com, search yourself. Can you find you? And what comes up? What is it that is showing up that's a part of your reputation online? Because it's lasting as any other reputation. Now, I heard some of you say you have a Google business profile. You'll see that right here at the right. That business profile is 100% for free, and it's got great visual real estate on Google Search and Maps. And it is how you can control your information on Google Search and Maps, by the way. So you do want to acquire one of those. You'll go to google.com/business if you don't have one. What you'll do is you'll be logged into your Google account. Now understand that a personal Gmail account, so not even the paid workspace account, the personal Gmail account is a free Google account. So you're golden. You already have a Google account. Log into your Gmail, go to google.com/business and refresh, and it will already remember your credentials and get you started through this process. But if you don't have a Google account, you can get one. You don't have to have Gmail. Just go to google.com/accounts, ACCOUNTS. Go there and use your current email address. It doesn't change it to a Gmail address. create a password, and like any other password protected site online, this is what you'll use to access all of your free Google tools. So when you're logged in, you'll go to google.com/business, refresh, it will read your credentials, and now you can start creating your business profile and optimizing it. Once you've verified that you're the business owner, this is so important. Once you verify that, you need to go back in and now start optimizing it by looking at your description, looking at the categories you've chosen, because when you sign up, all you have is the ability to have one category. By default, you've got to pick through 3,000 different categories that are ever changing, and you need to go in there and find the one that's closest to what you do. It's not quite, because we all have unique services or products that we have, but get the one that's closest to you. And after you've verified you're the business owner, now what will happen next is you have 9 subcategories to add. A lot of people don't do that. They set up their Google business profile and they set it and forget it, which is a huge mistake when 94% of the eyeballs are there and when they're searching. So it's a big mistake to just set it and forget it. You need to go in and optimize it and make sure that the search engine knows what you do, knows who you serve, and feels confident in that. Now, how it can also feel confident in what you're doing is by you being active. We want to serve information to people that is correct. Understand that's why Google's the #1 search engine in the world, is because the information it serves to people when they are searching is correct. And the only way we can make sure it's correct is if it's timely and we confirm with the actual businesses. How do we do that? Well, if you're doing post offers and updates, that shows that you're active. You didn't just go out of business in 2020. You really are still active. Remember the last time, and this is also a good rule of thumb for social, the last time you posted is the last time that everybody online thinks that you are in business. So look at that and see, when did you post? Because you can post things like updates. Maybe you have something coming in and it's behind the scenes of getting a product. Maybe you're asking everybody, where should I put this on my shelf? I actually saw a spa do that so effectively, because it was during a time there was a hurricane and a flood. They had to shut down. So they were doing some fixing and remodeling while they were doing that. And they wanted to know where to put certain items. And they would actually go to their Google business profile. They would post, do I put it here or here or here? And people were watching that. So I see a lot of people do that on social, but what did I say about not everybody's on socials, right? They'll also look and read reviews. They want that third-party validation as well as messages, because people want to reach people when they're ready for information, not just when you're open or when they can call you, right? So let's take a look here. Go to google.com/business if you've not done this already, and claim your business profile. Verify that you're the owner, because there is so much that you can do. When you have done this also, when you've done all of this, so I'll have that for you. And I'm not going to talk about advertising just yet, because I do want to make sure that you know what you can do free first. Exhaust everything that's free, right? So for example, you get your Google business profile, link it to Google Analytics, also get Google Analytics. That's free. Google Analytics is a 100% free tool that measures how people behave on your site. Imagine, if you will, that you have a store, a real actual physical location, and people come in all morning long and go to aisle 1, aisle 3, and they leave. Nobody buys anything. That's just like that all morning. Frustrating as a business owner. But then in the afternoon, they go to aisle 1, aisle 4, aisle 3, and they buy 1, 4, 3, buy. Well, now you have questions. Is it people in the afternoon? Or is there something in aisle 4 that is really driving them, or something on aisle 1 that causes them to question me and question our product or service? Now imagine that for a website. They come in page 1 of your website and they go to page 3 and they leave 1, 3 all day long. That's what Google Analytics does. It measures what's happening on your site and how people are actually shopping or consuming information on your site. They don't necessarily have to shop. They could be looking at videos that you have, reading a blog post, filling out information, downloading PDFs, but it will let you know their actions and what they do, and it helps you become a better expert at your customer, because you understand what information and what their journey looks like as they are going through decisions. So knowing this, Google Analytics does that. Plus, the other thing, sorry, I started with analytics and I got excited about it because we do a whole session on that and how to make sure that your data makes sense to you, so you're not just looking at neat stuff and stuff that's overwhelming, just what you need to be able to run and make good business decisions. But you also now have Google Business Profile, Google Analytics. Remember Google Search Console? That's the door to the library. Now it's confirming. So all of these pings from all the Google tools, which Google has confidence in its own tools it created, is telling Google, this is real information. Look, that information they put here is confirmed on their website. It's also confirmed on their Google Search Console, what they entered into the library, to make sure that we can see them. It's also confirmed in YouTube. They have the same logo, they have same this. So that's all giving confidence to the search engine, which shows you now higher in search. That is how for free you master SEO, because when the search engine feels like your information is relevant, good, and helpful, now all of a sudden you're higher in search before you even start paying for search engine optimization. Take advantage of the free. I feel the same way about advertising. I'm not going to show you this video here. It will be in the link that I send you tomorrow or the next day for those of you who want a recording but are waiting, just you're not putting in that you want it right away. Not to worry, I'll send it out later today or tomorrow, but you'll see that video about somebody who utilizes Google Ads, because Google Ads is a great way to be visible when you're ready to amplify and promote. But that's the key there. When you're ready for that, understand that if you have not used all the free tools, if you don't have a secure site, if you don't have one that's mobile friendly, then why waste your money doing this when it's just going to be headache, heartache, and confusion for you? It's a great way to blow through money if you don't know exactly what is and who is your target audience, what the message is for them, so that when they see it, it just gets them. They realize, man, this person really, or this business understands my needs and can help me. If that doesn't happen already for free organically on your site, then you need to fix that first before you go promote it, because amplifying chaos is a great way to end up in the poorhouse. Okay? So as we look through this, you can start advertising with smart campaigns. Now remember what I said about the free portion of Google Ads. So here I go. With the free portion, first you can use smart campaigns. This is Google's AI that is walking you through and leaning into the hundreds upon thousands of data in your industry that Google knows about your industry and the way people consume information and what they want to see. So you can use a smart campaign easily. That's a kind of walkthrough, almost a Mad Lib. So you fill in the blank. You'll enter your business name, you put your website URL. Here's the key here. If you decide to do ads, let me just tell you that do not put your homepage. That's the number one mistake people do, is using their homepage here. But we do a whole session on that. Remember, I'm not doing Google Ads right now. I'm just going to show you what you can use for free within Google Ads. You can get a good look at what your site looks like on mobile. You can set a goal and find out here what keywords. So this is really what you'll want to look at. I'm going to go back here. Remember what I said about fill in the blank. You'll see right here, it's giving you that you have 90 characters for each piece of the ad, and some you only have 30 characters. But this is the gold here from the AI, and that's going to the keyword themes. Because remember, Google is leaning into and bringing information from your industry across all of its search experience and history. And knowing that, I want to know what Google thinks my keywords are that I need to be up there, because it's seeing what people are typing in. It's hearing what people are saying. Hey, Google, hey, Alexa. It's recording that. So I want to know what's the best way to show up and be right there and be relevant, because that's number one in the pillar for Google search, right? Is relevancy. And there's suggested keywords here too. I don't want to spend money on a keyword tool. Why should I, when I've got this right available with me? There also is in Google Ads something known as a keyword planner. All right, so the keyword planner, let me go back here. If you want to get to the keyword planner, when you are on this screen, when it says what's your main advertising goal, look right here, switch to expert mode. Click on that, and you can get to a free 100% free keyword planner that will let you know what keywords are good that people are searching for. You can put in your website, you can put in a competitor's website, and find out how people are finding search, and it's 100% free. So I encourage you to use this instead of paying first. I'm all about free or small fee first. There's the way we make money as small business, right, is we preserve the revenue that we have. We don't have it all just outgoing in expenses. So switch to expert mode is what you can do here. You're not going to go through the rest of it, and do know that Google will tempt you several times, at least 3 or 4 times, to put your credit card info in. Just keep skipping it, because you don't need to do it to be able to utilize this, but it's going to keep bugging you for it because it does want it, but you're just not going to give it, okay? So now you've got your ad here. You know what your keyword themes are. This is where, if you're actually setting up an ad, remember, I'm not going to be talking heavy about this today. You can look through the slides and see it. Just some high points that you can choose the area. You can choose your budget. Again, this is not a set it and forget it. I encourage you to always measure your marketing, because if you're not measuring, you are not marketing. $1 or 1 minute spent that's not leading you to and adding to the bottom line or getting you closer to your goal is $1 or 1 minute spent too much. So we need to not set things and forget them. We go back, measure, and reallocate. Now you can review things, you can look at payment information. Again, the slides are pretty self-explanatory, and talk to your Google partner who invited you if you want me to come back and do a session on learn the basics of Google Ads, because I will spend a lot of time here to be sure that you walk away with practical things that'll make sure your ads are seen for the least amount of cost, okay? So you'll see how you can look at different variations and adjust that. And I am a fan about A/B testing. So what does A/B testing mean for those of you who have not heard the term? It means that I might have one ad that says, I'm going to talk about jelly here, and it's going to be a happy smiling woman's face. But then I'm going to talk about jam in this ad, and it's a happy smiling man's face. Or it could be that I talk about jelly in both, but one is a photo or a video of a man and one's a video of a woman. And then I want to see which does better. Well, if the one with the man, let's say the one with a woman, gets 100 people to look at it and 50 of them click to my site, and of the 50, 10% buy, that's a really good ad. But let's say the one with the man, 20,000 people saw that. Oh, lots of eyeballs seeing it. I only pay when somebody clicks though, and only 5 people click. So 20,000 is great. So it's being seen, but only 5 people. So it's really a lot of money spent just to get 5 people, and none of them bought. Oh, well, now I need to stop that ad, and anything I was spending on the ad for the man, I need to go ahead and put with the women, because even though it's only 100, maybe I can double that. I show it to 200 and I get now 100 people coming to my site. And of that, 10 of them buy, or 20 of them now, because maybe it doubles, right? All right. We've talked about quite a bit today, and I want to recap for you. Remember how Google looks for you. It's not the World Wide Web. It's the biggest library. Are you in the library? So that could be your first order of business, is entering your business in the library, because you've been leaning far much into hope of hoping the Google bot can find you, okay? Or it could be one step back from that. You need to make sure your site is mobile responsive and secure. So make sure that happens first. That's step one. Think about what you can apply that you learned today that will help you grow your business. So it could be that, let me go back and show this there. It also could be that you need to know what words people use. So you've got it's secure, it's mobile responsive, you entered it in the library, but now it's taking 3 seconds to load. Oh, that's too long. What's slowing down my site? Could it be those large photos I put in there, or that large video? Maybe I need to host it on YouTube and not host it on my site. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm not using the right words. I'm saying I'm a pediatric dentist, but that's not. Maybe I'm saying I'm a jeweler extraordinaire, but like we saw, people are looking for a jewelry doctor. Am I using that? Do you need to fix, mend, repair? Do you need to, nurture your jewelry? So now we're talking health terms with jewelry, but jewelry doctor is a big term being searched just within the last 4 hours. It could be you need to create a Google business profile, so you can take advantage of controlling your information on search and maps, doing posts as reading reviews, as well as get that good virtual real estate showing who you are. So it's good visual. Or it could be using the free portion of Google Ads, or actually doing ads. So what's your next step to apply what you learned? Now, I call this the money shot, even though I gave you a copy of today's slides. Make sure that you take a shot of this, or you look for that slide in what I've given you, because this is every site that I've said here. Now I see a question here from Bibiana. What is a negative keyword? Yes. What is a negative keyword? What a great question. Okay. I'm going to answer that while I leave this up, Bibiana, just because I know some people might be screenshotting this in case they didn't download the slides. So what a negative keyword is let's say I have a product that is a high-end dog product, and it's a dog litter box. I have a dog litter box. It's a high-end one though, beautifully wickered. It's got canopy, beautiful steps, automatic sprinkler. It's duked out, right? So let's say there is a a dog litter box at Walmart for $29.99, right? It's not anything close. My product's $375. Walmart's is $29.99. I'm doing ads. People are looking for the Walmart grass litter box, and they're clicking on Walmart grass litter box and coming to my site and just having sticker shock at the $375 because that's not what they're looking for. Well, you know what? I do not want to pay for those clicks because that's not my customer who's spending $29.99. I want to find the customer who will spend $375. So if I'm running an ad and I'm using the word dog litter box because it's highly searched, I'm going to put the negative keyword is Walmart because I don't want to pay when people are looking for Walmart. Not a good alignment and not a good experience for them either. So it's going to make it look like my ad is not performing too, which when Google sees that your ad is not a quality ad and performing, it charges you more per click. So I lose all the way around. I want to utilize negative keywords. Maybe you have a yoga store, right? So you sell yoga mats and everything, but you don't do yoga classes. You just sell beautiful mats and blankets and maybe Lululemon, lots of good yoga outfits. But people are looking for yoga classes. Well, your negative keyword might be yoga classes. Or you might take that and say, people are looking for that anyway. I'm going to keep a whole booklet or whole pamphlet or a QR code here where you can scan this, come to my shop, get your supplies, and scan this to find who I recommend, whose yoga classes I recommend, okay? Excuse me. Hold on just a second. I live in West Texas and I just took a big gulp of dust. Sorry about that. I did not want to cough in your ear. I did not get to control that one right away. All right. So, what did you learn today that you are actually going to apply? Remember what I said knowledge is not powerful until it's applied. Is it that you're going to enter yourself in the library? Do you need to make your site secure? Do you need to find out how fast it loads? Is it time to get that Google business profile? Maybe you've had it and you forgot to post, so you set it and forget it, and you need to look at the information. What is it that you're going to apply today? You're welcome, Kim. You're welcome, Bibiana. Oh, absolutely. You're going to check those trends, right? Looking forward to it. If I've been helpful to you today at this URL and this QR code, you can leave me a review. You don't have to, but I would certainly be honored and appreciative if you do. And what I'm also doing is modeling good behavior for you because we all in business need to be asking for reviews when we provided a product, service, or solution. 97% of people do not leave a review because they were never asked. So asking is big. Maybe that's on your list, okay, of what you need to do. All right. So if you want a copy of the recording, let me drop that again here because this is where you can get a copy of the recording. It'll be sent to you, all of you, by tomorrow morning. But if you want it within the next hour, when I upload it, you can go to this link and there is a sheet in there where you'll click and leave your email address. So you can feel free to do this. You can also find me on socials. If you go to bit.ly/find Maria, it'll bring up all my socials. So connect with me on whichever social you're most comfortable with. And you can also see some of the more immediate, my website, me on Twitter or X, and then me on Instagram. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out to the Google partner that invited you. You might also want to join our office hours community. I actually go in there and answer questions, and I'm actually closing membership to that tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday, the 21st. 21st of September, right? That song. So I did that so I would remember that, but I'm going to close membership in there. So if you'd like to come in there, because you can ask me questions about how you can apply this and say, Maria, can you walk this through? Can you help me through this? Did I do this right? All of that is available there. Now, also, you have that available with your Google partners too. So if you are local and close to any of these Google partners, feel free to reach out to them as well because they do have the team members, more than just one person, several that are there to help and support you, and they know your local resources. I'm all about doing business locally. But if you are away from any of these and you want to get with the group because you want to ask me questions directly more than what you can ask here, or you're going to try to apply it and realize I need a little bit more support, no worries. Come to office hours. I'm happy to help you there as well. Okay. But do find your Google partners if you're close to them locally. And of course, if you need any other help, go to google.com/grow. You can see all the sessions that I can train on and ask your Google partner to invite me back because I'm happy to do that. Right. All right. So let's go ahead to Q&A. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.